Bruh. This is it. 07 350Z Nismo. Completely stock. Front wheels are not the original ones. Other than that, all original. R46. 11, 12 and change thousand. Let's see if we can pop the hood. Completely stock, still has the front cover missing from out of the gallery gaskets. Not mint, obviously. It's got kind of high miles, but pretty solid for what it is. Too shabby. Alright, here we are in the 2007 350Z Nismo. This is car 46 of 1613. Silver. I don't know. Nothing too special there. Getting ready to go on a little spirited drive, I guess you could say. Nothing too crazy because it's wet. It's a beautiful Thursday morning. I've never driven a regular base model 350Z on roads like these, so can't really compare it to that. But I can tell you for a fact this thing does it pretty well. Definitely recommend one if you're in the market, I suppose. Although it's almost the same amount of money as a V1 370. So to be honest, those might be a little better. I personally like the way the 350s look more. And the fact that they're numbered on the center console rather than behind the seats, and even not at all in the later ones. Just makes it feel like it's something special rather than just a trim level, I suppose. Even though really that's all it is. Well, I shouldn't say that. There's a little difference on the actual body as far as chassis stiffness goes, but for the most part, nothing crazy. Coming from a 240, this thing's pretty nice, fairly quick. I mean, obviously as far as cars go, they're not crazy or anything, but a decent bump from the 150 horsepower on a good day out of a KA. So I think these are 305 stock. It has a stock exhaust, which is nice. The car's entirely stock at the moment, which is what you want to get into when you're buying a vehicle like this. Buying a 240 that's a little tampered with isn't the end of the world, but I don't know, when you start getting into newer cars, it's better to just buy one that's not been messed with yet, in my opinion. To each their own. This thing does pretty well. Nothing crazy, the roads are still pretty wet. It's fairly cold out. I think it's like 40 something degrees today. Not bad. traction control light is off, because if you've ever driven a 350Z with traction control, it's probably the worst thing to experience in your life. And we honestly probably don't really need it for the most part, as it's honestly drier than I would have expected. Oh shit, that's a big one. Oof. Almost cracked another wheel. Driving phenomenally today. Much different than the Pathfinder, that's for damn sure. Just cruise around here. Stop sign. This is definitely one of my, a little rough there, one of my go-to roads for taking out the Z. Usually like to make a loop about 30-35 miles. This time of year the car sits most of the time, so it's nice to get out and drive it once or twice a week. Oh yeah, that's a good one. And that's pretty much the end of that road. Back into the residential area, I suppose.